Okay, so drawing on what we knew and what we learned yesterday with distance and length with the metric system, tonight we're going to talk about measuring liquid volume. And if you see right here on our definition, the base metric unit of liquid volume is a liter. Just like distance was a meter, well, the liquid is a liter. And it's at the same basis as our meters, when we were doing the meters, where deciliter is 10 units smaller than a liter. A centiliter is 100 units smaller than a liter. A milliliter is 1,000 units smaller than a milliliter. And then you work your way to the left and you get larger, left, larger. Deciliter is 10 liters. Hectoliter is 100 liters. Kiloliter is 1,000 liters. So those prefixes still mean the same. Kilo, hecto, deco, deci, centi, and milli all still mean the same thing. It's just now applying it to the liter or volume measurement. If we're going to go ahead and kind of explore with this, Ms. Lee's class cut a 2-liter plastic bottle in half to make a 1-liter jar. They marked the outside to show equal parts. So we all know what a 2-liter bottle looks like. So how many milliliters of water would fit in this jar? And remember, this is half of a liter, or this is 1 liter. So this whole jar here is 1 liter. And notice it's a capital L. That's how we tell the difference. So how many milliliters, looking at our conversion chart, is in 1 liter? Well, 1,000 capital L, equals 1 liter. So how many of these jars will fill a kiloliter? Remember, this is 1, and we know that 1 liter, 1,000 of these, it's like physically taking 1,000, half of a 2-liter bottle, and it would fit into a kiloliter. So 1,000 liters equals 1 kiloliter. And the explanation of why is because right there, 1,000 liters equals 1 kiloliter. So we're going to use the table down here and the number line to convert units of liquid measurement. And converting is just how many deciliters fit into centimeters, or how many liters fit into deciliter. So that's all that converting is getting it back to getting it back to this unit. So if there's 3 liters, how many deciliters does it take to get 3 liters? Well, if it's 10 deciliters per liter, and you have 3 liters, it's 3 times 10. If you have 5 liters, how many deciliters? Well, it's going to be 50, because remember, everything's multiplied by 10. 7 deciliters would be 70. And then 12 would be 120. Now let's do the milliliters. So we've converted for deci. Now we're going to convert for milli. So you have my numbers are so small. It says 2 liters equals 2,000 milliliters. 4 liters equals 4,000 milliliters. 5 liters, 2, 4, 6, 6,000 milliliters. 8,000 milliliters. And 10 is 10,000 milliliters. So it's exactly like what we were doing with meters, millimeters, centimeters, and decimeters, only it's for measuring liquid volume. And volume just takes up space, as does liquid. So let's do a little conversion in real life. So we have our friend Puzzled Penguin here. And Puzzled Penguin is making some punch for a party. The recipe calls for 3 liters of fruit juice, 2 liters of apple juice, 1 liter of grape juice. So that equals 6 liters. Now, how many milliliters of juice is needed for the recipe? Puzzled Penguin said 600 milliliters of juice. And this is how he solved this problem. Well, is his answer incorrect? Yes. If we were to look back at our conversion chart, we know that for every liter, there's 1,000 milliliters. So instead of multiplying by 100, we would multiply by 1,000, which would make this 6,000 milliliters. Puzzle Penguin is wrongo, and it's wrong because he didn't multiply. He thought that milliliters were 100. Milliliters are actually 1,000. So draw a table to show the conversion from liters to milliliters for each type of juice needed for the recipe. Well, this should be pretty easy. So we're looking at 3 liters, 2 liters, 1 liter. So 3 liters is 3,000 milliliters, 2,000 milliliters, and 1,000 milliliters, which if the total would be 6,000 milliliters. Another way we could show that is like this, the line plot, like this one right here. We could do a line plot like this. That's another way we could do it, but that takes a lot of rulers and stuff. I like the conversion, the little table. So what you need to understand about liquid volume is that it takes up space. How much liquid volume you use liters, and think of, how you buy soda. Think of how, that we buy 2-liter bottles. You can buy a liter. You can buy how much space liquid takes up. The other half of this is measuring mass, or how much stuff weighs, and that's another unit, and I'm going to do that in another shorter video for you. So end right here. Fill out the Google form for part 1, and part 2 will be next, and it's going to be on grams. So you just learned about liters, and it's very similar to meters for length. The liters is for liquid volume.